So yeah, the Magic Johnson.
You know Michael Jordan.
I know Michael Jordan, but those are the
That's because he was in a movie.
Yeah.
No. I know Michael Jordan.
Space Jam. He was in Space Jam.
I didn't see Space Jam.
You didn't see it with Bugs Bunny and everything?
I did not see it. I didn't see it. But that's like saying you know Jimi Hendrix or you know John Lennon.
I do know John Lennon.
Okay, but do you know Sufjan Stevens?
I do.
You do?
You know Joe Williams, a jazz singer from the 40s?
Yeah.
See, so do I.
Oh,
I
so
know Muddy Waters.
Oh, you know the music guys too? Wow, good for you.
Remember, I'm the Trivianator, Larry.
Good for you. Let me see if I know some trivia you don't know.
There you go.
But anyway, so what was I talking about?
Basketball.
No. Oh, I was going to say. I was going to say, yeah, the egg roulette. Did you see the egg roulette thing?
Yes, with Magic Johnson and Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Yeah, where Magic Johnson lost 2-1, and
Right.
they picked like the three. There was
Right.
3 out of 12 eggs that were raw, and they picked all 3 of them in the first 4.
There was 4 in the
and
dozen.
they picked 3 out of the 4 in the first 4 picks.
That was on Jimmy Fallon show. So, Galen, how's the blood supply? Let's make sure we get that part in here.
We're getting better. We're up to a 3-day blood supply, thank you, and just need people to get out there and continue to give the life and donate blood.
Be sure to thank the folks at Penn Flooring and Palm Garden for sponsoring that important announcement. They are both the reason we can do this. Penn Flooring has some beautiful flooring for you to choose from at their showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street over the McKay-Williams Bridge, just down from Pine Avenue. And Palm Garden has a wonderful facility for rehab or respite or long-term skilled nursing care, all of the above. Visit both places and thank them for sponsoring Galen, Unold, and LifeSouth. So the only question I have for you guys on this story about the NBA team deadline at 3 p.m. today is, who do you think will be the next big superstar in the basketball? The article in USA Today suggests Dwight Howard and Al Horford.
Dwight Howard is a superstar, isn't he, Galen?
No, I think he's a thug. I would not have Dwight Howard on my team for any. You could pay me, and I wouldn't have him on my team.
It's going to be very hard to trade. It's going to be very hard to trade his $22 million.
Everywhere he's been a cancer on the team. So
a cancer.
Yeah. He's a cancer.
Quite an insult.
He makes a team.
I would hate for somebody to say that about me. You know, Larry is a cancer.
Right? I mean, he gets coaches fired. He gets coaches fired. I mean, look what he did in Orlando. Look what he did in Houston. I wouldn't want him on my team.
He's a petulant. Sure. He's a petulant little baby that happens to be 7'1" and can play basketball. Is what he is.
Yep.
So I don't know who could be the next superstar in basketball.
The guy that's going to be that the normal person doesn't know how good a basketball player he is. Florida fans do because he played at the University of Florida, and NBA general managers know, is the center for the Atlanta Hawks, who is possibly on the trade block. Atlanta's listening to conversations about Al Horford, and you couldn't pick Al Horford out of a lineup, Larry, if I gave you all.
No, I could not.
If all 6 pictures were Al Horford.
I already know that. Okay, so you think Al Horford might be the next big superstar?
Al Horford is nobody's going to want Dwight Howard for the exact reason Galen said. He's a cancer. Al Horford brings you everything.
Galen, are you the first one to call him a cancer? Because I think you just started something. No. He's a cancer. No. Well, come up with something else.
That is very apropos.
He'll kill you from the inside.
He's a poisonous cell.
Call him diabetes. Call him diabetes. Call him another disease. The original.
He is like cancer though. He will destroy the cells from the inside out. Oh. No, because he doesn't just destroy his thing. Okay. He destroys all that's around him.
He's leprosy. Then he's leprosy. He's leprosy. He'll make your body parts fall off.
Yes, he will make your body parts fall off.
Wow.
Starting with your head coach.
Good analogy. A head coach. Yeah, your head will fall off.
But Al Horford's the guy.
So that's it? I mean, that's all you guys can say about this basketball?
The thing is that the NBA deadline may go out with a puff instead of a bang because there doesn't seem to be any mind-boggling trades that are going to happen before 3 p.m. today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not.
We could talk about blood.
Al Horford's on the downside of his career. I mean, he's been in the league,
7 years.
5 years now, 7 years now, and
Galen,
he's on the downside.
Galen, we've talked about the days when I used to take Alex to the Magic games. Who was the guy with the goggles? What was his name?
Horace Grant.
Yes.
Ho Grant. He played with Michael Jordan and finished his career.
As a guy who doesn't know anything about it, I thought this guy's going to be a superstar. Everybody loved this guy.
He was. He really was. I mean, a superstar is the wrong word, but he was an NBA All-Star, and he was a really, really good player. Not necessarily a Hall of Famer, but a really, really good player.
I'll give you an analogy, Larry, that you'll understand. He wasn't Tom Hanks,
right?
But he's a very good Paul Giamatti.
You think that
you know
Larry
what I mean?
knows actors?
No, Larry doesn't know actors.
I know Tom Hanks. I don't know Giamatti.
He's a very good. Horace Grant was one of your top line bit actors. You know, your character actors.
Okay.
If you think about character actors,
gotcha.
He was top of the line, but he was never the leading man.
Okay, gotcha.
But he was a very good character actor.
Is that because who he played with?
No, that's just because his game was.
That's his game. His game was shaped as more of a supporter. I mean, he's a good rebound guy. You know, played good defense.
He was an athletic supporter.
That's what you want.
Wow. I don't know which is worse, being called a athletic supporter.
So, do these guys want to be traded then when the trading starts?
It's not a choice.
It depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll bet you Al Horford probably does, just because the Atlanta Hawks are just not very good, and there's talk that he could go to Boston Celtics and make an impact there, and then they could have a run at the playoffs. It just depends on what team you're coming from and going to. But, you know, it's a huge upset for their lives, and if they have family and things like that, it can cause a lot of commotion in their life. But
would anybody be confused?
Depends on the situation.
Would anybody be confused if the national anthem at the Boston Celtics was sung by the Celtic women? Would they be confused by the pronunciation of the word Celtic?
Probably not.
No?
They just would say that the Celtic women were saying it wrong. We have that ability as Americans to say that we know best. So, you know, the thing with Al Horford is, here's the problem with Al Horford, though, Larry.
What is it?
Al Horford's a free agent at the end of the year. So if you trade him to Boston,
that's a problem.
And he doesn't have if he doesn't sign a long-term deal with Boston, or give a wink and nod, yeah, I'll sign with you at the end of the season, Boston could give up a lot to get Al Horford, and then at the end of June, Al Horford could leave and go anywhere else he wants to go.
He looks like you, Galen.
Wow.
Wait a minute, I just found this picture. He sort of looks like Galen. Doesn't he?
Al Horford?
A little bit darker than you, but I mean, it looks like you a little bit. Look at this picture, Robert.
Okay.
All right.
Doesn't this picture look like Galen just a little bit?
Galen, knowing what Al Horford looks like, I don't see the resemblance.
I think so.
But, you know.
No,
No?
not at all.
Robin, what do you
No.
think?
I think so.
Huh?
No.
Okay. I've interviewed Al a couple of times. No.
Yeah,
That's
no.
okay. Thank you, Larry. Al Horford's what, 6'11"?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying in the face.
The shape of the face.
He's
and the way your eyebrows are and stuff.
like 280, 285, 290.
I'm looking at the face.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
Hey,
I appreciate it. No.
Galen, I got to get off here, but before I go, on a positive note, Dan's no better after his golf lesson.
Well, we'll see. We got another one coming up.
And who do we think Dan looks like? What's the sports player?
Tim Tebow.
Tim Tebow. Tom thinks we're totally wrong on this.
No, I
You're not
really think
even in
he's
the ballpark
striking image of
of
Tim
Tim
Tebow.
He looks so much like him. What do you mean he doesn't
I'm
look like
talking not even in the ballpark. They're not even in the parking lot or the state the ballpark
They
is
look-
in.
Oh, I guarantee you.
No country.
Oh, if we went to what's that restaurant?
If you went to the
PDQ.
if you went to the Philippines and took Dan, where Tim Tebow is well known in the Philippines,
Yeah.
they'd think you brought Manny Pacquiao.
Okay, but what if we went? What if we went to PDQ here in Ocala?
No, they would
and we
think
had a limo. We let him in. Thank you, Mr. Tebow. Okay.
No, people would think you were
You've never
smoking. People would think you were
seen-
smoking
never
more than
seen
cigars.
Tim Tebow.
No, they
Yeah, you've
No,
never seen
not
Tim
at
Tebow in
all.
person.
You may say that, but what if Dan? We pulled a prank. If I had the camera, I guarantee we'd have people thinking it was
wouldn't work.
Tebow.
Wouldn't work.
No way.
Because you don't think
No
he
way.
looks at all alike.
Not at all.
No.
There's
Not
got to be a
even
computer
close.
program someplace. I'm going to find the
more.
program,
Yeah.
an app that says who does what's
Tim
Tebow look? Well, yeah, I got to do it the other way around. Who does Dan Martone look like?
Right,
Yeah.
Tim Tebow is what you're saying. You know who?
Yeah.
You want to get a parallel of somebody in our area that looks like somebody famous? You know who Jeff Halcomb is, the water czar here for the city?
No.
He is a spitting image for Urban Meyer. I mean, a spitting image.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Who do they tell you look like?
Fred Flintstone.
I can see that.
Galen, you could see that, couldn't you?
I can see that. Yeah.
You sound like Fred Flintstone.
I kind of you should see me pedal a rock wheel car.
Yeah, I bet you're great.
I bowl on my tiptoes. It's great.
All right. That was fun. That was more fun than the 10 uses for blood, I think.
See you, Galen.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Tom.
be good.
All right. Again, we've got to go to the next thing. So where's the Bloodmobile today?
Automobile today, Larry, is at the Walmart on Wedgwood Road.
The Walmart
out in,
on Wedgwood Road.
out there on the border of the village.
What?
Wedgwood
Lane.
Lane.
Oh, Lane. Okay, well, Wedgwood Lane.
Yeah.
Wedgwood Lane.
Wedgwood Wayne. Okay. Well, thank you for what you do. Enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day.
It's a little cold, but yeah, it'll get better.
Is it cold? All right.
45 when I left the house.
All right.
He needs to live in Jamaica.
Okay, live in Jamaica.
He loves the heat.
You look a little bit like I'm not in every photograph now, but this one shot of Al Horford sort of kind of looks like you.
Yeah, that particular shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Thanks, sir.
All right, we'll be right back. Thank you, Galen.
Okay.
All right, bye, all.
We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be mostly sunny on this Thursday, breezy in the afternoon, high 67 to 71. And partly cloudy Thursday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 40s in a few inland locations to 59 along the coast. For Friday, sunshine, some clouds, and pleasant, high 70 to 74. And for Saturday, partly sunny, high 72 to 76. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure.